No dobra, pogadamy sobie teraz z nim, z Hastingsem.
What can I do for you?
Bo on chyba ma nóż. Nóż bagażowego. Okej, mamy 3 rzeczy do odkrycia. Standardowa rękojeść do takiego noża. Cóż jeszcze tutaj znajdziemy? Końcówka jest stępiona i wydaje się, że przylegają do niej opiłki metalu. Dowód krwi. Tym właśnie Monsieur Allard zaciął się w rękę. Szeklarski marszpikel ze składanym ostrzem i poplamionym szpicem.
Of course. Whatever. Insured? Oh no, why would I have it insured?
Anything of substantial monetary value.
I'll stop you there, Detective. The cigarette case itself is hardly worth 2 pennies, but to me, it's priceless. Not for a second. At least not with my permission. You probably think this silly, naive woman has left her valuables out, or I've just misplaced them. But I assure you, that is not me.
It had not crossed my mind for even a moment.
Kto mógł zrobić te zadrapania? Ja myślę, że to Mark. Dlaczego bagażowy? Rana cięta na ręce i posiadał ten nóż. Nie? Okej, ale wydaje mi się, że rana jak najbardziej. Aj, chyba jednak nie, ale... Okej, dowody ze statku. Mogę potwierdzić, że żaden z podejrzanych nie użył kodu, aby dostać się do sejfu.
I must act on thought and fact, not on impulse.
Okej, czyli... Włamanie...
Where is the sense in that?
Musimy się zastanowić, bo...
Come, my little Gracels.
Okej, na pewno możemy coś tu połączyć. Znał kod.
Is there something I am not? Things are beginning to become clearer.
Choć podejrzani nie mieli kodu do sejfu, wciąż istnieje szansa, że się do niego włamano. Okej, to połączyliśmy 2 fakty. Porozmawiaj z Anastazją. Tutaj też mamy coś nowego. Sprzeczność. Wyraźnie zdenerwowana, ale wartość sentymentalna zguby wydaje się przewyższać wartość pieniężną.
You could ask me any. Am I to be used as your guinea pig?
I would not dare compare you to a guinea pig. Would you be so kind?
The answer is yes.
No i dobra. Muszę teraz pobrać odciski palców od pozostałych. Mając odciski Mademoiselle Farquhar, będę mógł porównać je z tymi, które mogą należeć do naszego złodzieja. W następnej kolejności pobiorę odciski palców Hastingsa i Allarda. Jedyny odcisk palca, który jest na drzwiach, pozostawiła Farquhar wracająca do swojej kabiny. Sprawca wciąż mi się wymyka. Musi być coś, czego nie brałem pod uwagę. Okej. Czyli coś tutaj nam się rozjaśnia. Mamy dowody ze statku. Teraz tak, brak odcisków palców na tarczy. Na klamce drzwi nie ma żadnych użytecznych odcisków palców.
One step closer to
O
revealing the
krok
truth.
bliżej do poznania prawdy. Nie pozostały żadne użyteczne odciski palców. Złodziej starał się zatrzeć ślady.
Come now. Think on what has already been.
Aha. Zatarte ślady. Nie pozostały żadne...
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
Próba złodzieja, aby mnie oszukać i zatrzeć ślady, dowodzi tylko, że dokładnie wiedział, co robi. Okej, czyli teraz mamy tak. Eksperckie włamanie. Próba złodzieja, aby mnie oszukać i zatrzeć ślady, dowodzi dobrze. I... Mogę potwierdzić, że bagażowy był tylko kozłem ofiarnym dla złodzieja. Nieregularne zadrapania na zamku w drzwiach miały przekonać mnie, że to właśnie on stał za tą kradzieżą.
What a revelation.
Moje początkowe podejrzenie, że bagażowy mógł być złodziejem, zaczyna się załamywać. Czy ktoś posunąłby się do wrobienia go? Bardzo ciekawe. Bagażowy wrobiony. Okej. Cóż teraz?
I must consider the suspects I have in front of me. Monsieur Hastings. He is keen to impress Mademoiselle Farquhar and claims that he was alone in his cabin working since. Mark Allard, the porter. Evidence suggests a rather amateur attempt to break into the safe, which in his intoxicated state would make sense. But it was just a ruse. The safe was opened quite masterfully, leaving only signs of a poorly attempted break-in. Mademoiselle Babagnan, a new friend to Mademoiselle Farquhar, who appeared at a most convenient time. I cannot see a motive besides the obvious value of the cigarette case, but Mademoiselle Farquhar has made it quite clear the value is of a sentimental nature. Perhaps the best thing for me would be to return to my cabin to think. I fear my legs and perhaps even my evening meal will not last much longer amidst these waves. Perhaps.
Ah, detective. How goes the investigation?
A good detective, better yet, a great detective, will find motive, means, and opportunity.
She found it! Miss Babanian found it! Oh, thank heavens!
I was on my way to speak with the captain when I saw something shining underneath one of those pipes.
Strange that it was not spotted earlier by any one of us while on the ship's deck.
Maybe the thief was scared and dumped it for fear of being caught red-handed.
Miss Babanian, Anastasia, you've saved the day. I can't thank you enough. And you, of course, detective.
I find Mademoiselle Babagna's explanation of finding the cigarette case rather coincidental. But without any definitive proof, I cannot suggest anything otherwise. The cigarette case has been returned and the coast is in sight, which is what is important. although there still remains a part of me that craves the truth.
I suppose you can chalk that up as a victory.
A victory for Mademoiselle Farquhar, but not in the eyes of the law.
Well, if anyone asks, I'll confirm what a splendid job you did.
Very kind, monsieur. While we are on the matter of truth, Monsieur Arthur Hastings, you are here to oversee the transportation of the penitent Magdalene painting, are you not?
How on earth?
You are aware of my employment, but not of my true identity. Detective Hercule Poirot.
Wait, are you the official that I was supposed to have met on board?
Oui, monsieur. Please, accept my apologies for keeping my true identity hidden. But I had to be sure your involvement with the theft was purely coincidental. When it comes to the nature of our work, trust must be earned.
A little unorthodox, but I suppose I understand. So you can trust me now?
It continues to grow.
Well, we have a couple of weeks before the gala, so hopefully by then you'll trust me with your life.
One can hope.
Rozdział pierwszy. Gala.
I don't think I'll ever stop being amazed seeing such incredible pieces up close.
One would certainly hope not.
No i mamy do zbadania obraz pokutującej Magdaleny. Bliska perfekcji cera, taka jaką wcześniej podziwiałem. Porcelanowa cera. Usta. Kontrast pomiędzy głęboką i żywą czerwienią włosów oraz delikatnością ust nadaje jej wyjątkowo kobiecy i delikatny wygląd. Cóż jeszcze tutaj mamy? Włosy, może jakaś bluzka albo coś. Się zastanawiam, co jeszcze będziemy mogli tutaj zbadać. Oczy. Jej pełne blasku oczy patrzą na coś w oddali. Aha. aureola. Subtelna, a jednocześnie emanująca siłą aureola otaczająca głowę Marii.
What do you gentlemen think of this particular piece?
Can it really be?
To a layman, perhaps. I'm afraid it's a complete fake.
No. Such eloquent and delicate work.
Very observant. But that doesn't make it authentic. You know, even Michelangelo himself was an art forger in his early career. See if you can spot the telltale sign of a forgery.
Okej, mamy kolejny obraz. I znaleźć jakieś 3 rzeczy tutaj. Orientalny turban. Spękanie na turbanie. Cóż jeszcze? Suknia. Spękanie na sukni. Może chodzi też tutaj coś o twarz. Twarz młodej mademoiselle jest nieskazitelna.
The craquelure is inconsistent across the painting. Surely a sign of a cheap imitation.
Very impressive, Detective. Unconvincing aging is one of the most common giveaways of a forgery, whether it be in the craquelure, the smells of chemicals used to artificially age the painting, pigments that haven't dulled with age. Sometimes it's as simple as the materials used just not existing at the time of painting. The trustees were quite excited by its arrival, but it didn't take me long to identify its faults.
Quite the detective yourself, Mademoiselle Warbeck.
Please, call me Evelyn.
If there's one thing I've learned in the short time I've spent with the detective here, formalities and politeness are essential.
They are a cornerstone of modern civilization and must be upheld.
This city could benefit from more gentlemen like yourself.
Now that the etiquette of our greetings has been decided, shall we finalize preparations?
I was hoping you'd say that. The exhibition area needs to be secured. I wonder if you would be able to lock the remaining doors for me? I'll lock the west wing door when I'm finished there. And if you could tie this ribbon around the handles of the main door for me, I'll leave it outside.
If securing the exhibition room is what Mademoiselle Warbeck requires, that is what shall be done.
No i musimy zabezpieczyć salę. To jest obraz pokutującej Magdaleny. Przejdziemy się tutaj po tym pomieszczeniu. Poszukamy jakichś wskazówek może.
O.
Miss Warbeck did ask you to make it look pretty.
One shall complete the task to the degree it is requested. Symmetry is the key, you see.
Oh yes, I see.
Everything is now ready for the arrival of the guests.
I assume you have the list of guests?
I am afraid not. It would usually be an essential part of my preparation. In fact, it perturbs me that there is something I did not have time to prepare for.
Would you like me to find Miss Warbeck? There may still be some time to check the list. Look, there's Miss Farquhar with Miss Babinin.
Seems that they became fast friends after the incident on the ship. Intriguing.
Intriguing how?
Speculation, monsieur. Nothing more.
That head of yours is just constantly full of thoughts. Who's this?
I have no idea, but she's sure to turn heads with such a fetching dress.
I quite agree. And who is this dapper-looking gentleman?
Mon Dieu.
Wait a minute. Is that... Well, I never! Poirot, you devil! Forgive me. What are my manners? Detective Poirot.
Goodness, Monsieur Demire. Poirot is more than adequate for an old friend.
He saves my family from near ruin, uncovers a murderous plan, and still has the modesty to not correct a buffoon like me.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Heavens, my manners appear to have been replaced by surprise and excitement. Forgive me. Monsieur Demire, this is Monsieur Arthur Hastings.
You've got yourself a partner now. Well, any friend of Poirot's is surely a friend of mine.
Monsieur Hastings has been kind enough to show me the sights of London. A more than adequate guide.
I would take that. It's as often as a blue moon you see Poirot handing out approvals like that.
And what is it you do, Mr. Demire?
A previous field medic, Monsieur Demire now finds himself working for...
With?
Pardon. With his brother, doing most honorable charitable work all across London.
Need I say more?
Could everyone gather together for a photograph, please? Would you all move a bit closer together for me, please?
I didn't realize we were going to be in the newspaper.
Is that a problem?
No, not at all. I just want the camera to get my best side.
Okay, if everyone is ready.
So, Poirot, what on earth are you doing here anyway?
My orders were to see to the safe travel of the centerpiece of the exhibition, the penitent Magdalene. Monsieur Hastings here travels with me, covering any administrations and insurance requirements.
Art protection? That's a bit beneath the great Hercule Poirot, isn't it? Especially protecting it from this lot.
Perhaps you would be so kind as to introduce us.
Where's the fun in that? We have to make sure those... What's it you call them again?
You are referring to my little grays.
Little grey cells, yes! Ha, that's it. I've been playing a little game. I've been trying to find a painting to match each of the guests. At least the ones I'm acquainted with. I wondered, Poirot, do you think you can ascertain which paintings match which guests? I can give you a little info, but you'll need to make your own inquiries.
Proszę opowiedzieć mi o kobiecie w złotej sukni.
Miss Irene Courtsmith. She's one you'll want to keep your eye on in the future art scene. Born and raised on a rather affluent estate, she turned her back on her parents in her teens to start a new life in London as an artist.
She's a very nice young lady.
Ah, really? Interested, are we?
I was only making a comment on her nature, nothing untoward, I can assure you.
Proszę opowiedzieć mi o biskupie.
Or as we are all meant to refer to him as, the Honorable Reverend Horace Mountjoy. He's a man of the church. I'm not sure what else there is to say. If you're wanting to keep the lectures to a minimum, I'd avoid admitting to anything that could even be considered a sin.
Proszę coś powiedzieć o tym eleganckim dżentelmenie.
Mortimer Aylesworth. If you've not heard of him, I'd get familiar with the name. Eton and Cambridge educated, he followed in his father's political footsteps and has already surpassed them.
Proszę opowiedzieć mi o tej parze.
Johann Christiansen and his glamorous wife Betty Allen.
Betty Allen, the actress.
The very same. They've been here in London for a few years, although she still plays down her boldness for British society, even with her recently taking a new role in the theatre.
She did not take his name in marriage?
Allen is her maiden name. Works as her stage name too. A lot snappier than Christiansen.
And his employment?
He's a partner for a private bank in London. He has told me what he actually does many times before, and many times I've forgotten. You will no doubt already know our host, Evelyn Warbeck.
We have already made her acquaintance. Very pleasant, if not rather flustered by today's exhibition.
That's everyone. Well, there's Mr. Hastings here. I'm sure we shall get to know each other better.
Anastasia Babana. We met briefly while traversing the channel.
Look at you, Poirot. Got a love interest of your own, huh?
Monsieur Demire, must I remind you of why I am here?
No. No need at all. I know you're strictly business. Let's see what you can do then. And come back to me when you know enough about the guests to solve my little mystery.
No i moi drodzy, jesteśmy na wystawie z obrazami. Jest bardzo dużo ludzi, jest to nowe miejsce. Będziemy musieli sobie porozmawiać z niektórymi osobami. Wydaje mi się, że ze wszystkimi. Podziwiaj eksponaty, rozwiąż zagadki Zakarii. No dobra. Joanna Dark, prawdziwa przegrana, która przewodziła swojemu krajowi, głównie mężczyznom wojskowym.
Everything seems to be running smoothly. You've done a sterling job.
Everything except for the bishop and the other trustees, stooges.
It was never going to be easy going up against them. All men of a certain age, not used to the idea of change. But they didn't get their way this time. And with my exhibit coming up, this place will finally have a showing they can be proud of, and the quality the museum deserves.
Mademoiselle Court Smythe believes her upcoming exhibition will change the perspective of the trustees and the public. I get the feeling she enjoys the accolades and being the center of attention.
Detective Poirot, you're looking much happier being on solid land.
There was a moment when I thought that wretched sea would get the best of me.
Well, I'm certainly glad it didn't.
As am I. Please, do not allow me to disturb you, madame. Adieu.
Coś tam podsłuchaliśmy z rozmowy tych trzech kobiet. Co możemy jeszcze tutaj sobie pooglądać? Tu jest...
I'm well aware of where we are. I just want to make sure I'm looking my best for the photographs.
And people call me the drama queen.
Chyba się tak średnio dogadują. Piękny obraz z przypowieści o dobrym Samarytaninie, który okazał miłosierdzie nieznanemu podróżnikowi, którego obnażono i pobito. To jest kolejny obraz. Pszczoła robotnica. Pracowity mały owad, trudzący się dla dobra ula. No dobrze, moi drodzy. Takie oto pomieszczenie, wystawa z postaciami, które tutaj są. Będziemy rozmawiać już w kolejnym odcinku. Moi drodzy, jeśli podoba wam się gra z Herculesem Poirot, zostawcie łapkę w górę pod tym filmem. Zostawcie również subskrypcję i dzwoneczek, żeby wiedzieć o każdym nowym filmie i o każdej nowej serii. Możecie również wspierać mój kanał, link do Patronite'a znajduje się w opisie tego filmu, a my słyszymy się w kolejnym odcinku. Trzymajcie się i do usłyszenia.